Welcome to Purpose Chat. I'm Mauli Nyado, and today I'll be speaking on the power of communication in the family. Last week, I spoke on things that we should watch out for that are killing the foundation of our family, especially our Christian families. There are two things that run the society, or two things that run the family. One is conflict, and the second is communication. Conflict is inevitable in every society, even among ourselves. Individuals have intra-personal conflict among ourselves. We have conflict. But today, I want to focus on communication, where we send forth a word or an action and then get a response. And I want to talk within the context of the family. Communication is a powerful tool that can make or unmake a society or a family. Children talk to adults, adults talk to their parents, and parents talk to their children. And communication happens. Even as I'm talking to you now, we are communicating. I hope you understand what I'm saying. I want to base this text on this episode on a portion of scripture in James chapter 1, the verse 19. And it says, everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. Now, I want to take this text and break it into three segments, and then we see how we can implement it in our communication, especially between parents and children. The first one is quick to listen. Quick to listen. It said everyone should be quick to listen. It is important for everyone to listen, and we have what we call active listening. Listening actively means that you are giving your full attention to the speaker, showing that the value of what he is saying is valuable to you. So you are giving your full attention to the speaker, showing that you value that which he or she is saying, and you are attentive to the feelings of the speaker. When a mother speaks to the child, or a father speaks to the daughter, and the daughter speaks to the mother or the father, there should be an active listening, looking at the feelings and the value of the words that are being communicated. So you are doing active listening. There's also empathy in listening. Empathetic listening involves understanding the emotions behind the words. It fosters trust and emotional connection. When you do empathetic listening, you are looking at the feelings or the emotions behind the words that connect you with the speaker. It happens that among dogs, you can shout at a dog with nice words. It feels intimidated. But when you use even vulgar words at a gentle tone, the dog feels loved or appreciated. But when it comes to humans, we are a different breed of beings created in the image of God, and we have emotions when we speak to one another. And as children and parents interact, the communication is vital to keep the peace in the home. So empathetic listening is important. It is important for us to practice patience when we talk to one another in the family. Family conversations must allow room for patience and allow each member to express themselves fully without interruption. That is one practical way of having effective communication. Let the other person speak, whether a child or the adult speaking. There must always be that patience to fully grasp that which the person says, to avoid interruption. Reflect back at what I've said so far. Were you doing active listening? Are you sure you are truly listening to me? Active listening. Now, the second part of that text says that you must be slow to speak. You must be slow to speak. This means that words have power. Words have power. Words are builders or destroyers. Proverbs 18:21 tells us that the tongue has the power of life and death in it. So our words can build our children, or our words can destroy our children. Sometimes mothers tear down the emotions of their children by the words they use. Fathers can also tear down the emotions or confidence of their children based on the words they use. So it is important that when the scripture says we must be slow to speak, we have to understand that it means we must be thoughtful in what we say. So you think and ponder over what is being said before you speak. This means that you have to consider your words carefully before expressing them. So are you building your child or you are cursing your child? Are you building your child or you are building your child down? Are you speaking life into your child or you are speaking death into your child? Are you boosting the confidence of your child or you are tearing down his or her confidence? Today, Jesus is teaching us that our speech reflects the state of our heart. So out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So whatever is in the mouth, that is what he pours out onto the other. So when we want to do slow speech, we must consider what is in our heart, if it will hurt the other person or not. There are many families that are torn apart because of words. Husband against wife, wife against husband, wife against children, children against father. It is sad that some families are broken apart just because of words. Words are powerful. You are either building and encouraging each other to achieve your purpose, achieve your destiny. You are tearing the family apart and there will be no family left. So I want to encourage parents and children, when you come to communication, learn to think before you speak. Learn to think before you speak. Before responding in a conversation, take a moment to think about the impact of your words on the individual. Use words that encourage. Use words that encourage. Use words that encourage, uplift, and build confidence in family members. And then the third part of this scripture says that be slow to anger. Slow to anger. Now, it is important for each and every member of the family to manage their anger. It is important that we manage that part of our emotions where there's anger. There's righteous anger and there's evil or sinful anger. Now, righteous anger is directed towards injustice and sin, while sinful anger is selfish and destructive. So righteous anger deals with the sin of the family, the sin of society, the corrupt practices in the society, and injustices in the society or in a family, while a sinful anger destroys the family. A sinful anger destroys the family. So righteous anger builds or takes away the evil in the family or the evil in society, whilst the righteous or the selfish anger brings, or the sinful anger brings what? Selfishness and destruction. Ephesians chapter 4, the verse 26 advises us not to sin in our anger and not to let the sun go down while we are still angry. So in our communication, a child may wrong the father or the mother. A husband may wrong the father or the husband, but it is important for us that we deal with our emotional situations with our anger before the sun sets. It's a practice that we can engage in. We see Jesus displaying a righteous anger when he went to sack all the money changers and other filthy corrupt in the temple. And we see Cain and Abel, where Cain was unable to control his anger and it led to a tragic consequence. It is important to recognize the triggers, the things that make you angry. When you see them coming, cut them off. Breathe in and breathe out. When your child does something that triggers your anger, or your spouse uses a word that triggers your anger, try as much as possible to detect that word or that action and deal with it before it worries us. And then we must practice patience and forgiveness. We must practice patience and forgiveness. Emulate Christ's patience and practice forgiveness to maintain harmony in the family. Integrate positive communication in the family. Create a safe environment where everyone can have an open and honest communication, and encourage open and honest dialogue where everyone feels safe to express their thoughts and feelings without being subjected to ridicule. There must be a non-judgmental listening. Listen without judgment. and respond with empathy and understanding. Listen without judgment. When your child says something, many mothers miss the mark, or many parents miss the mark, where their children are unable to tell them things that happen to them in the schools or wherever abuse that happens to them. They are unable to express this because they do not know the response or the judgment that the parent is going to make out onto them. Now, we have to build a stronger relationship in a family. We must have regular family meetings and have affirmation and appreciation for each member of the family. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish you all the best in your communication in your family. Communication resolves conflict. Conflict will always happen, but it's important that you use communication to diffuse any bomb that will destroy or break your family. Thank you, and see you in another episode of our family discussions. Thank you.